have 5 kids, your life changes constantly, and some of the seasons you find yourself in is harder than others. And this was a pretty hard year. This was one where we lost loved ones. We lost some loved ones that we had this year. We dealt with some cancer diagnoses of family that hit hard and friends that hit hard. Our kids have had struggles, and when your kids struggle, it just kills you as a parent. Elizabeth, our daughter, was impaled by a bike handle, and we had to rush her to the hospital. That was pretty traumatic. And then just a couple months later, she broke her foot while April and I were in North Carolina, so we're hundreds of miles away, and our daughter breaks her foot. That's pretty traumatic. And all the things that you try to avoid in life all seem to hit sometimes at the same time, and it makes it hard, right? But there have been times this year that we've had to pause. We just had to stop, and we just had to look back at the good times, and like, oh yeah, God, you remember that time? You remember the time that God did this? And then it's even helpful to look back at the harder times that we had, because this might not have been a top 5 year, I think, if we were ranking them, but it was a bottom 3. There was worse times. And sometimes it's helpful to look back at those times, and you can say, God still was working, and God still got us through that, so God will get us through this.